patient here is actually going to have sealants done.
We'll be removing some teeth and delivering a denture for her.
The wire may not work as well.
When I get right here, that's where the little touch is. We will be doing the canine teeth, which are these teeth right here.
How do you decide between Essex and Holly removable retainers? Excellent question. There are a number of different reasons why.
I like to say that dentistry is an art, and you're seeing a lot of the art here today.
But these fit perfectly. A small one for us.
Wow.
You look great.
Welcome to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill Adams School of Dentistry. The effects of the pandemic closed many doors to shadowing in healthcare for prospective students. There was a call for innovative ways to expose prospective students to healthcare. Here at the Adams School of Dentistry, we have answered that call by developing a unique virtual shadowing experience. From the successes of this series, we have partnered with North Carolina AHEC-Charlotte, the North Carolina Department of Instruction, and the North Carolina HOSA. Together with Charlotte AHEC, we at the UNC Adams School of Dentistry have developed an interactive module that is housed on the Charlotte AHEC's website. This module was designed for middle and high school students to learn more about the dental professions. To date, there has been more than 250 participants with the module. Every year, thousands of prospective students apply to dental school. In the 2019 cycle, there were over 11,000 applications to dental school. COVID has changed our lives and thrust virtual shadowing into the forefront for health professional pathway programs. How do participants in these programs gain shadowing hours when COVID has caused healthcare businesses to scale back, if not completely stop providing in-person shadowing? To answer the call, UNC Adams School of Dentistry created virtual shadowing opportunities for prospective students, which has now grown to aid in building the pathway for our future oral healthcare professionals. We partnered with AHEC-HOSA and the North Carolina Department of Instruction to provide a virtual shadowing opportunity for high schoolers and middle schoolers across the state. There was a soft requirement that they complete the Dental Careers module prior to the virtual shadowing experience.
Welcome. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for our virtual shadowing event here at the Adams School of Dentistry.
The participants were able to observe a pediatric introduction from Dr. Jessica Lee, dental assistant Ozzie Perry, and faculty member Grayson, our therapy dog. Followed by two procedures performed by resident Dr. Miguel Simancas and dental assistant Kay Saw Dahl, while running the chat function was fourth-year dental student Graham Berkelhammer.
So come along, let's look at the clinic itself. So we've got a very typical pediatric dental chair, and this is what kids sit in. They come for checkups, they come for cleanings, and they come for sealants. And so say if you were a child, Grayson, down. Grayson here could sit with you for dental appointments, and she will sit with you through some of the difficult appointments you might be having, or just some simple happy visits for you herself. So she has been trained to sit here for the procedures and has done wonders for kids coming to the dentist in our pediatric clinic. We try to have bays that are colorful for children and a little bit more inviting. If you look up, we can see the skylights actually have different colors and balloons and stuff that make it really nice for children. And then we come back here, and you can't forget the best thing for kids, in addition to Grayson being here, a prize box. Kids always get rewarded for doing well at the dental office, and we want to make sure that kids, make it a very positive experience, and that's what my job is as a faculty member, and to make sure that kids walk out happy and healthy. That concludes the tour of the pediatric clinic. We're going to walk over to the procedure room and look at the procedures that are occurring over there. We are here in the pediatric clinic. Dr. Simancas, I mentioned before, he is a a third-year pediatric dental resident. And you're wondering what a resident is. It's a dentist. So he's already gone through dental school training for 4 years. Now he's specializing to work with children. And we've got Kesal, who's a dental assistant, who's went through a couple years of training to become a dental assistant and is a valued member of our team. And they're gonna actually help this little patient here that we'll get started on. Please.
Hello.
This patient here is actually going to have sealants done. And if you don't know what sealants are, they're a coating, a protective coating on permanent teeth that's going to help prevent cavities. And it's a very, it's just like a very, very clear coating that's permanent that will stay on the teeth. And so we're going to walk through as Dr. Semenkas puts this on.
To produce an event such as this requires multiple people, cameras, and equipment. The unique thing about our virtual shadowing is that it's live and in real time. Through our partnerships, we were able to reach participants across the state of North Carolina.
Oh, I see Hawthorne. I see someone that would like to be an orthodontist. Excellent. Wheatmore High School. 40 Dental High School. Oh, high school students from Highland. Hey, Highland School of Technology, I believe, right? Richlands High School, West Cabarrus High School, Mr. Locke's class. Thanks, Mr. Locke. West Cabarrus High School, another Hawthorne, South Rowan. Excellent.
This has been so exciting, and thank you guys for joining us. We have been planning this since August for you guys, believe it or not. So I know there's some classroom differences across the state today, so thank you for those that took the time to join us. We're excited to see you guys, and it's excited to see the names of the schools and the teachers pop up. I actually saw the school in Greenville where I did my student teaching, DH Conley's in the house. And then my first job as an athletic trainer at South Central High School. It's exciting to see our Pitt County students. And then we have all the way to the western part of the state. And we're excited to have our middle schoolers on board. Yay. I think we're up to about like 9,000 exploring healthcare middle school students across the state this year.
We're back with our second patient. One of the other things pediatric dentists do, and along with orthodontists, we do braces. And a lot of you have had braces before, and so we're going to show you a patient we've been treating with braces and how the steps we might go through in changing the wire and tightening the teeth up and moving teeth around a little bit. Braces move teeth around so that you can have a nice smile. That's what the wires are for, and then we just go through an appointment to make sure we're tightening things up and teeth are moving the way they should.
The participants were able to post questions to the dentist by placing them in the chat.
What holds the brackets on? It's the same, very similar material we use for the sealants. So you saw us go through the steps for the sealant. We clean the tooth, we put the bonding agent, which I call the glue, on the tooth, and then we put the sealant on with our last patient. In this case, what we would do is we would clean the tooth, put a little bit of, the bonding agent on, which is the glue, put the light on, and put the bracket on, so the bracket itself will stay on, just like the sealant would.
From this experience, we exposed teens to the profession of dentistry. As you can see from this bar graph, prospective students decide to pursue a career in dentistry while in high school and middle school, which makes it paramount that we expose students early on to further grow the pathway to dentistry. Following the procedures, participants have the opportunity to ask more questions of the faculty member and resident. In addition, we flash the QR code on the screen, allowing participants to capture with their mobile devices and respond to a post survey, allowing us to capture remarks on how the experience was for them.
It's been a pleasure to have you join us here in the Pediatric Dentistry Clinic at the Adams School of Dentistry. I hope you learned a little bit about what pediatric dentists do, what facility dogs might do, and how they can help with appointments.
Thank you so much to everyone, and thank you so much for you guys being here and being so attentive. You had great questions. Dentistry is a great career. I couldn't be happier of what I'm doing right now. I'm very grateful of all the things I've learned, and I think that having the ability to make people transform their lives by the way they smile or keeping them healthy, it's every day what keeps my motivation to keep going on and on. So if you're thinking about dentistry, keep thinking about it. We are here for you if you ever need us.
Out of this one engagement, we now have dates scheduled to work with North Carolina HOSA and the North Carolina Business Committee for Education. Through these partnerships, we have established our pathways to dentistry, presenting the profession of dentistry as a viable option to younger audiences creates possibilities and pathways to oral health professions. Building these pathways is the core of why we do what we do. Community engagement is the first step in growing access and opportunities.